Or...
No, I was playing Street Fighter. That's why.
I mean, I asked yesterday too.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm learning Chun-Li
Why?
because I want to play a new character, and she's one of my favorites, and I want to learn how to play good with the OG, the first lady of fighting games. Fortnite's kind of taking a backseat a little bit.
Okay, close that. How much of a backseat?
A little bit. Like now, I'm just playing like maybe 2 matches a week now.
So it's in the backseat. It's not in the way back.
No. It'll still like again. Like I played a match. Like I played a little bit of Crash last night, and I was like, you know what? Let's just play let's play like 2 matches of Fortnite before I go to sleep, and I did, and it was fine. But it's just that Street Fighter has sort of just brought, you know, I've been wanting to play that again, so I'm never gonna stop playing that game. And then of course Blaze Blue. But yeah, it's not like that first week was. Like, I think that first week just proved of like, okay, I really like this, but I like that I can go back whenever the hell I want for Fortnite and not worry about anything. Like, I can just pick up whatever I want, considering the game doesn't really change.
There's a new season coming up.
Oh yeah. That's just like awards and shit, right?
I don't know. I don't play that game.
I don't know how it all works. Is like I know there's like a battle pass you can buy, which I haven't done to that, but I know as I leveled up, I've gotten free stuff.
I think I'm good. All right, let's go.
All right.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Try Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around and talk about the video games they've been playing and the shit going on in their lives. Today, I have an all-American with me. His name is Ben.
What you gonna do when Iggy Mania runs wild on you? God, I ended that weekly.
Did you realize that Canada is co-opting the 4th of July?
Who's co-opting the 4th of July?
Canada.
Oh, yeah. Y'all just had Canada Day or something, right?
No, but we're actually co-opting the 4th of July. It's like up north on the 4th.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing until I checked my Twitter. And I saw this like hashtag up north on the 4th. I'm like, it's probably a Canadian thing. I should check that out. And yeah, it's just like pictures of people going to baseball games and taking part in pride parades and stuff. Oh. I'm like, yeah. All right, sure.
I was too busy fighting in the Second Civil War earlier today, so.
Shouldn't this be your third one since you had Captain America Civil War?
No. You don't know the original tweet of this.
I don't get it, but I saw like something about InfoWars and stuff.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, Alex Jones basically like put out a Twitter message like the Democrats are gonna launch a second Civil War on July 4th. So like me and like everybody who's like not stupid was like, all right, everybody, we gotta get ready. And like I showed that to my friend of mine last night. She was like, oh no, I don't even know what to wear. So like it's just like second Civil War letters. So like they like, you know, dearest Martha, you know, that kind of stuff. It was just some of them were like crap. Some of them were pretty funny. But yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, Alex Jones is an idiot and he's dangerous, but god damn it, the memes are great.
I feel like he's just like owning it. Like he's like being like an idiot in the public, but secretly behind it all, he's like, yeah, I got another meme.
He's probably counting his cash because I guarantee you, all the people who give him money, he's probably just counting that, and he just keeps it up as an. I'm convinced he's not stupid, but he's playing it up.
Yeah. Because
he knows that's what gives him revenue.
Yeah. Did I ask you how your 4th of July has been? Like, I think I did before I started the show. I might put that in.
Yeah, you did. And I said it was wet, and you were like, it rains in Texas? I'm like, yeah, we're not a fucking desert. I'm not in Arizona or New Mexico. or even West Texas.
I, Texas is big, okay?
Yeah, yeah, we got coastal plains, like I got the Midlands, and then I got a little bit of mountain region. I'm huge.
Everyone is bigger in Texas. All right.
Literally and figuratively.
Ben, what have the games you've been playing this week?
God, am I gonna get the boring answer and say Street Fighter V again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Been playing Street Fighter V. Actually, because I've been wanting to learn a new character, relatively new at least. Because I've been playing Rashid since day one. I've dabbled a couple of characters, but I've been wanting to practice Chun-Li and get good with Chun-Li because of the 30th anniversary collection. Like I've been playing Chun-Li in pretty much every one of those games, and I thought about it, like, man, I've played her in every game. Like she's one of my favorite characters in all of video game history. And so like, but with 5, like I didn't click with her in 5, but I'm like, I'm gonna make her click. I want this to work. I want to understand how she works, and I may never be like super good with her like I am with Rashid, but I want to have, I want a different character to play as. I want to play as a pretty Chinese woman, okay? That I've played as since 1992.
When did she get her fireball?
That was either Champion Edition. I could easily go get my Switch and fucking pull that shit up. Or I can just Google it. It was either Champion Edition or Hyper Fighting. I want to say it was Hyper Fighting.
Because I don't ever remember her using a fireball until like 5. Because I haven't really played them, right? So.
Yeah. Fun fact, her first fireball is actually, like her first ever fireball is actually just Dalsim's fireball stacked, like 2 Dalsim's fireballs stacked on top of each other. She didn't get a unique fireball animation till Super Turbo, where she literally sticks her butt out and you can see the thickness.
Well, I guess it's the reason why they gave her a fireball, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evo's coming up in like a month or 2, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at the end of this. It's the beginning of August. I already requested the days off. According to my work, I'm helping somebody move, but they don't need to know that.
Dude, your work listens to this podcast. I have to edit that
A friend of mine who I know is not going to snitch. So, who's listening to this. So, don't say anything. But yeah, I'm intended to watch Evo. Maybe not Friday, but definitely just chilling like I did last year with Saturday and Sunday. Watch a lot of top 8s.
Cool. I might do that with you too. That was fun last year.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't run late like it did. Where I think you and I were watching KOF, and you were like, I fell asleep during KOF, and then there was a tournament that we were watching on Saturday. I don't remember what it was though.
I think there was a Smash one.
Oh yeah, that went on forever. I've given up on Smash. I can't watch that game. It's too boring. It's too long and too boring.
Smash.
You know what? You know what is sad though, that like I'm actually feeling it, is that the fact that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite's not going to be a premier game at Evo this year, and like that game is not the game is what it is. It's not a great game, but it's super fun, like in terms of what you can do mechanically. And like I just watched the CEO was this past weekend. I was showing you in our wrestling Discord, which you can join. And now, like, I was watching MVCI Top 8 or Grand Finals, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't know who these players were. I just knew I was saying crazy bullshit on the screen. That how did you block this? It was like, and it makes me sad as a Marvel fan that I'm not going to see that on the main stage in the Mandalay Bay, because it deserves to be there, even though the game kind of looks like ass. I don't know. It makes me sad.
I forget that game exists until you mention it.
Only the hardcores play it now, man. That's it.
I don't see anybody talk about that game.
Yeah, you go on Steam, you will not find a match. You might find a match if you play on PS4, but even then, you're probably gonna find that one guy who's in play since launch and hasn't stopped playing, and you're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah. Anything else you've been up to?
The Crash. I've been playing the Crash and Sane trilogy. It's actually because I kind of wanted to not play Crash 1 and just play Crash 2 like I remember from my childhood. But I was like, you know what? I bought the collection anyway, so I might as well play Crash 1. And it's a fine basic platformer, you know? There's some absolute moments of like absolute 90s level design bullshit that are like, why did you even do this? You know, death pits, jumping off of turtles, weird ass hitboxes. It's a fine platformer, right? It's just like there are points where like, oh my god, why did I die here? And you die multiple times. But I like playing it. It runs good in handheld mode, and I like playing on TV. It's still a little weird for me as a kid who grew up from that era where Crash was the Sony mascot in the mid '90s, and to play those original games on a Nintendo console is still a little weird to me. But I'm eager to getting towards Crash 2 and 3 after I beat Crash 1.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem that weird to me just because it's Activision. It's not a Sony game. I guess they have the exclusivity, but it's been so long. I guess it ran out.
Yeah. It's on everything now.
Yeah. Is that really it? Just those two? I guess you talked about Fortnite a little bit. Do you have any interesting stories from that?
No, not really. Other than I need to upload some of the videos I've taken of it. I just haven't on my Switch. Where like, I dropped into this one into this area. I can't remember what it was. It was like a little. They all look alike to me when I go to Fortnite. I only remember certain aspects of it. But this guy and I dropped into the same location, and he started hitting me with the pickaxe. I'm like, fucking stop. So I tried to get into this like golden chest room, and I got in there, and I get away. You know, he's still trying to hit me with the shovel, and I just basically kill him. And then I step outside the window, bam, shotgun to death. I'm like, well, that's how that goes.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of things to ask you and stuff to keep it going, but I don't think there's really much there to keep it going with.
We played two different types of games. Trust me, when Octopath comes, like I said in the last show, when Octopath comes out, I'm not gonna shut up about that game.
Yeah.
That game's gonna consume my freaking summer.
I'm gonna have to wait for either a sale or just later on in the year to pick that up because it is a game I really want to play, but I don't have the budget this month. I've already overspent myself.
Right.
Because I'm an idiot. No, so I'm planning to do the feature with my friend where we go through all the Star Wars movies.
Oh.
And put it up on the site. Probably include you and Justin and some other people on the way. But it's gonna be mostly me and my friend who's like, he's a Star Wars addict, and he collects like the figurines and all that stuff. He knows all the lore. Like he's deep into that stuff. So like it'll be really interesting. There was like one drunk night where me and my friends were together and we would just ask him random shit about Star Wars. It was kind of fun because he had like all the trivia memorized and all that. Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Like outside of the movies.
Yeah, like he's a Star Wars nerd.
Oh man, I can't, like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Like, I've tried, but I'm like, nope. If it's not in a movie, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I used to be the same way though. Like I grew up on Star Wars. Like I wouldn't stop talking about it as a kid, and like all the games and stuff. And I would try to get my friends to play all the games. And
oh yeah, those are fun, but I never like took them as canon. Like,
yeah, canon doesn't mean anything. And my books, yeah. Like, I know like fanfic writers and stuff like that are like the canon, but I'm just like I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't care. Canon's a made-up word in this case. A cannon means a cannon that you shoot.
yeah. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I guess I'll just talk about The Office. So like, at the office I work at, we were supposed to have an entertainment room for the like the original office, like the original new office that we were going to move into, but that didn't happen. And so I've been trying to like have an idea for an entertainment room somewhere, and it looks like I'm just taking over the meeting room now. So I'm just gonna get the company to pay for like an Xbox One X and put that in there, and so I can have a game room there.
That's do it.
It'll be the first time I'll have like all the like the consoles from this generation, like both PlayStation 4s, both Xbox, or all three Xboxes, I guess. So that'll be interesting to see what I can do with that. So that'll be fun. I'll finally have someone to play local multiplayer games with.
That's cool.
Yeah. But the games that I've been playing this week, mostly Destiny 2, because of the faction rallies were happening during the week, and I wanted to get all the armor from and like all the unlocks from it. So I spent so much time just grinding in Destiny 2 to unlock some of the next level weapon of the exotics. So like there's an upgrade to the exotic weapons. So
the mesotics,
the masterwork weapons. Thank you. You reminded me of the name.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
wasn't
like
that far off.
Yeah, masterwork weapons. So I got that. I also got a really cool skin for my helmet. Yeah, I still love playing Destiny 2. Like it's still a fun game to just like. A lot of people ask why are you still playing like Destiny 2 or like why are you still playing Fortnite or Street Fighter? It's because like because it plays like a really well done game. Like it plays like it's fun. Like that's why you keep playing the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but nobody plays a game as long as you like me with 300 hours of Street Fighter. I don't know what you're like. I don't know how many hours you have in I
have like
Destiny.
30. I have like 30 days, something like that.
Damn. Well, Street Fighter's also been out longer, so than Destiny 2 has. But like they're fun. Like I get a thrill whenever I play. Like I'll take breaks from it like a month or two, and then I'll come back to them like it's like it's brand new again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And then I also played a little bit of Assassin's Creed Origins, just doing the side quest stuff. I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and do more story stuff just to get out of the area that I'm in because I feel trapped. I did get to the pyramids though, so that's a lot of fun. Like sliding down pyramids. I didn't realize how many pyramids there were in Egypt. There's like 3, 6, something like that.
Well, probably. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've read it. I really want to play that game, Origins, because it looks cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a lot of content in there. But if you're gonna get that, get it on a. Oh, I guess you don't have a PlayStation 4 or a console. No. Don't get the PC version. I highly advise don't do that.
It's not good.
It's just not optimized. Like it's really bad performance. Like me and Justin have been talking about it, like trying to get the performance.
That's awful.
Yeah. I probably just need more RAM, but like, it's a hefty. It's a game that requires a lot of horsepower.
You think you would like? Yeah, because like. That's so weird. Well, I'll look for it. I'll avoid it. Maybe when I get a PS4, because I like playing Assassin's Creed games. I mean, shit, one of my favorite games of all time is Brotherhood, but that's the last time I played one and actually cared about it. Because 3 pissed me off so much. I haven't touched the franchise since 3.
3 was really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I do miss out of the like, you know, that the Renaissance era is like all the design and stuff. Like, it's a totally different era. I guess it's just preference on like what kind of clothing you like.
Yeah, I love ancient Egypt. Like, I feel like we as Westerners have a huge hard on for Greek culture, which is why I think the Odyssey one's gonna do really well. But like, I feel like we talk about Egypt and we ignore some of the cooler stuff about it. And that's why I want to play Origins, because like there's so much cool architectural, historical, ruling, government stuff that you could explore with Egypt. And you know, granted, it's all kind of one. Everything kind of looks the same because it's in the desert. You know, you got the Nile River. There's not a lot of location setting, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can find in that region.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Like I said, the pyramids are really awesome. Like I went to the Sphinx. I uncovered the secret of the Sphinx. There's like a little area underneath. I think you actually need to have, like, you need to do all of the. You need to find like all the different locations of one thing, and align the stars right, and then go back.
Oh wow!
To unlock something there. Because like there's like an actual like. I guess I won't spoil what's under there. I don't know. I don't know if I should spoil it or not. I don't know if it matters.
Let me ask you this: do they because the last time I played it, they had the whole thing with Desmond, and fuck it, I'll spoil this because it's been years. Desmond kind of bites the bucket, eliminating that.
Yeah.
Do they still do that storyline, that gameplay where it's like it'll be mostly in the past, but occasionally you'll have segments of the quote unquote present dealing with some kind of shit, or is that pretty much gone?
It's there, but not really. Like it's
okay.
There's only been one sequence where I had to get out of the Animus and like hook up a cable or something, like, and then go back in.
Okay.
It really. The reason 3 pissed me off so much is because they just botched the whole Desmond thing. It could have been super cool to have like modern day assassins like going to different locations and taking out Templars and stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
it could have been super cool. It could have been like a Splinter Cell kind of thing.
Definitely.
But they fucked it up.
Yeah, and then how they ended Desmond's story, kind of like, well, that's it. Yeah, that I literally was like, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because that's the only, not gonna lie, the only thing that pushed me through 1 was the Desmond stuff, because I'm like, well, what is going on here? I don't, because the gameplay is janky as fucking 1. Like I couldn't. I played it at the time when like about 6 years ago now. And I had a good time. I had a good time with them, but then
the first one you played it.
Yeah, the first one.
You played it 6 years ago.
Yeah, because I didn't play when it first came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my friend of mine kind of, when the hype for 3 was starting to be like, dude, you need to play Assassin's Creed. I'm like, I don't know, like how I always am.
Yeah.
And so like I just bought the first one. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And like, oh my god, I'm in Jerusalem. Oh my god, this is where Jesus died. Oh my, all these cool historical places. And like I got into it, and it was only at the end of Hook 1 where like the whole Apple stuff came from the B, and then like the Desmond stuff in 2 and Brotherhood. Oh, except for the one after Brotherhood, Revelations. That game is awful. I hate that one because it was filler.
I like certain parts of it. Like I like the parts when you're old Altair.
That's what the game should have been.
That would have,
in my opinion.
Yeah, like more of that kind of stuff would have been really cool.
Yeah, because Ezio's story pretty much ended with Brotherhood. You didn't need to know anymore.
Yeah, like he makes the Brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus it would have been cool to go back to Altair and like see him after Assassin's Creed 1 and do sort of a quote unquote prequel that connects it to Desmond's overall story. But no, you get. I mean, Istanbul was cool, was a really cool location. It was exotic. The underground caverns are cool, but it's just story wise, like, that didn't really help me. And then of course Desmond kind of just was like in one little, if I remember correctly,
he was in a coma.
Yeah, he was in a coma, so it didn't really advance anything. It was filler for until. And 3 is like, you finally have the pieces. They're aliens from another planet. Doomsday's coming, and then Desmond is just dead. You don't even get it because like the game presents you with the choice. Remember, It's like Desmond will either become the Messiah, he'll become Jesus, and they actually give him like a Jesus look, or he doesn't or something, and you don't. I was like, oh, okay, you're gonna give me the choice, alternate endings? No, he's just dead. Okay, and we're done. We're done. Packing it up, Assassin's Creed. You botched the American Revolution. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I feel like they went like Matrix 2 on it.
Yes, I agree.
Where it was like it went a little too philosophical in place of game like fun gameplay and a story that makes sense.
Yeah, and it could have been counter. Oh, go ahead.
Because like the story, like it's actually a really cool conundrum. Like you're being told, like you're the one of this generation. You can either like reset the timeline or like go back to like living in like becoming Jesus or Moses or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you could, I can't remember what the other choice was because it really doesn't make any sense.
No, none of the choices make any sense. But it's like that could have all been counterbalanced if like the main story, like when you're playing as Connor, if that stuff was compelling. And Connor was just, like, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that he's coming off of Ezio, who's arguably again, I haven't played anything past 3, so I can't. There's nothing against any of those protagonists. But before then, Connor had to basically outperform what Ezio did, and that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
Ezio, that character. I mean, granted, I hated Ezio when I first saw him because he's this snot-nosed rich kid. But then you see his journey. I'm like, oh, okay, I love you. I want to protect you. Yeah. You're the best ever. And like Connor's just like he's stiff. He's angry. But to me, they should have just made him hit his father. The main protagonist, and like if you play as a Templar, like that would have been much more interesting.
Yeah, like I like that kind of like that stuff where they messed around with it. You think you're playing as an assassin at first, and then they kind of go, no.
That was a nice twist.
Yeah, that was a nice twist. Rogue, you didn't. So like the other two, I think Rogue is probably the only one that could give. I don't remember the guy's name, but he could give Ezio a run for his money because he starts off as an assassin, and then he like kind of realizes the assassins aren't that great, so he betrays them and becomes a Templar.
Yeah, I didn't touch. I know Rogue was like the last PS3 version, like previous gen console, because then they were coming out with Unity, and not Unity. What was the French one? Was that Unity?
Yes, that was Unity.
Yeah, which I have. I mean, that game had problems the second they showed it off at E3 that year. But the thing is though, like I remember before that even that one even came out, like when I was playing like that summer, I played all the Assassin's Creed games up to Revelations. I was like, oh, it'd be so cool, you know, if you could play as the assassins during the time of the French Revolution. Like that's such a chaotic time in France. And then they did it, and I'm like, oh man, you did it in the worst possible way. Thanks, Ubisoft. Or at least it looked like it, because I don't think I've heard anything good about that game.
Yeah, I remember Unity was just a game I was playing at the time. There wasn't really a whole lot to it. There was like a girl that your guy was involved, like he liked, and I'm trying to remember this, and this was years ago. So, yeah, like there's something with his dad, and there's just I don't know, man. Like they didn't. There's not a clear like the reason why I like Ezio so much is that there's a clear-cut path to his growth, and all the other ones have been like they've been trying other stuff. I guess they don't want to retread the same ground, but it just doesn't work, or it doesn't resonate with me personally, anyways.
Yeah, because again, I can't speak for anything past 3 in terms of, you know, main characters, but like to me,
a lot of people like the Friar twins, but I don't know. I feel like there was something missing from
I feel like a lot of people like the girl.
Yeah.
The brother always seemed like to get the negative, sort of like he's just a little shit.
Yeah. And she's just like, you know, the foil to him, right? She's like the smarter one. The one that knows what she's talking about. But that's just a character trait. It's not really a personality. Someone that's like, you know, smarter than everyone else, but there's nothing really much to them, you know.
I agree, which is a shame. Well, that was taken. God, when did that game take place? It was like it
was England.
It was England. It's like the Industrial Age, I think.
Yeah, Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, that's such a boring time for England. Like shit. Like, could they not pick the more like? You know what would have been cool?
A lot of people say Japan, like everyone's like, "Oh, take place in Japan, be ninjas," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Oh, that'd be so cool! Like that. I mean, namely to fulfill my weeabooness, I would totally buy Assassin's Creed Rising Sun confirmed for 2020. Watch.
After they get out of the Greeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
well, actually, I would prefer China, but I think they've already done a China game in some way or another.
Yeah, even the protagonist in Origins, like a lot of people don't really care. Like they don't hate him, but it's just like he's another nothing character. There's some like really good bits, like Oh fucking, I'll spell it. He cuts his own finger off with the assassin blade by accident. His ring finger in front of his wife that made it for him.
Wow.
And like that's the whole reason. Like, cause like when you play the first game, people are cutting off their pinky finger, or not their pinky, their ring finger to show their devotion to the cause. And like,
yeah, and then they stop that stupid shit.
And then like the whole reason they did it is because the fucking idiot cut his own finger off.
So like, wow, like they actually explained that. That's like the wow. Altair, Ezio, y'all. Well, I don't think Ezio never did that. Ezio had because the assassins were no longer a thing by the time Ezio takes over. That's why he started building.
Because Da Vinci made him a blade that doesn't cut your finger off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, now you're making me want to replay 2 and Brotherhood again. Just those 2 again.
Those games are good.
Yeah.
Like I find like the reason I like those a lot is because the money actually means something. Like you're actually building out your own villa.
Oh yeah.
And you're seeing like the growth, like your own economic growth going into the place that you own.
And you get cool capes as a result of it.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like there's nothing really like that in the other Assassin games.
Yeah, or like even in Brotherhood, you fucking rebuild Rome, dude.
Yeah.
Like that was super sick. Is Brotherhood on PC? I'll rebuy that shit.
Like what like there's a story going on in Origins where people are just trying to find places to live, and they're just like digging sand out of homes and stuff, like old homes, to live in them. And like how cool would it be if you're just going around, like you're the last of the Magi and you decide to, you know what, I'm gonna make Egypt great again. Miga. Like you build up Egypt to be, back to being awesome.
Make Egypt great again.
Yeah, that's why I said Miga.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. My bad.
But yeah, like that would be super cool. I don't know if there's anything like that in there because I don't know. I feel like I've played a lot of it, but who knows?
So like, who's the bad guy? Like, who's the bad guy in?
Basically, you're just going for revenge. This is like the setup to the plot. So like, basically, all the Magi's were killed off by this secret group, and they killed your son. So you come back for them for revenge because they thought they killed you, but you survived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a revenge plot. It's like pretty good.
Any hallucinogenic sequences featuring the Egyptian gods? Because that'd be pretty cool.
No, there's like there's locations where you go and you align stars and stuff, and that's like about as close as you get to the Egyptian god stuff. Because Bayek would be like, there's a voiceover of Bayek and your boy, and he's telling them about all the different Egyptian gods and that. And they play with like curses and stuff too. Like people are freaked out that they'll get cursed for living in these homes. Like some cool stuff.
It seems there's a lot of cool stuff in there. It's just, it seems like Ubisoft still hasn't learned to. They haven't been able to recapture that magic that Ezio had for 2 games.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's hard.
It is, yeah. Like they've peaked with like 2 in Brotherhood.
Brotherhood definitely, because Brotherhood, we talked about like the rebuilding of Rome, but they also implemented that system where you can recruit other assassins and they go out and do stuff. And that to me, that was the most fun in that game, because they did it in other games. I'm like, I know they did it in 3, and it was the same thing, so there was nothing wrong with it. Mm-hmm. But like 3, like, I mean, everything, you're right. And then the villain in Brotherhood is so compelling because he fucking burns your house down in the first like opening minutes of the game. Like all that hard work.
What was his name?
I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
I can tell you what he looks like.
I remember in 2, he's like the Pope. Like he's like one of the Templars that becomes the Pope.
No, you're thinking of the Borgia, but I'm talking about the actual main villain.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking this up right now. It's like
Assassin's Creed 4, like that has a lot of ship combat stuff, and like it was like finally a game that did really good ship combat and maintenance. But there's like the story stuff again, that wasn't compelling to me. You're a pirate going around doing stuff, like you're trying to be a family man and a pirate. I'm like, okay. Like I've played all these games, I don't remember any of them.
Yeah. Okay, Rodrigo Borgia was the Pope. He's the one you basically beat the shit out of at the end of 2 when you chase him down, and then you find out what the Apple of Eden is. It was Cesar Borgia who's he's the asshole that burned your house down, and you're basically left to hunt him, and you had that epic fight at his fort where you're climbing and the burning. Oh my god, that was make Assassin's Creed great again, damn it.
Yeah, I think they need to just focus on stories. Like they've got the gameplay nailed down. It's like time to work on a good story and
make a compelling main character. Don't just like you can keep reusing the revenge stuff, but give them. You gave Ezio a personality and a flair to him that wasn't there with Altair and hasn't been there since then. Find they have to find something with these other main protagonists that'll hook, and maybe they just don't care because they know people are going to buy it anyways. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
God, we just ran with Assassin's Creed for like 20 minutes. That was awesome.
That's because like Assassin's Creed is cool, and like
it is.
We want another like good story Assassin's Creed. We're getting these like really good open world games with like fun systems and combat and stuff now, and we just want that story stuff. Yeah.
We want the lore.
Yeah. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins. I was playing that. I got a code for a. I was gonna do a whole intro bit, but I forgot all about it. Let me just rewind. Okay. So Ben, it's that time of year where a sport is really popular in other countries, but not popular in America, and it's on TV. Do you know what game I've been playing?
FIFA?
No, I've been playing Tour de France 2018.
Oh, is that going on?
It's happening in literally like 3 days.
Oh my god, I haven't thought of a tour. I was gonna call it Tour de Lance because that's what it was called for years. God.
I got a code for Tour de France 2018 for my PlayStation 4.
That's actually a thing. You're not joking, right?
No, like,
somebody made this.
Yeah, these. I swear to God, these games have been going on for years.
This is the first time I ever heard of a, because I've seen like Tiger Woods, EA Sports Golf. I've seen all those obscure shit, arena football. Okay, I need to know. Anybody who's listening, if you've ever seen a Tour de France like number before this year, let me know, please. I need to know if these were a thing.
I swear to God, these were games. I swear to God, I've seen these before, but all I'm finding is 2018 right now.
Because I would have I would imagine like they would have like, especially in America, it would have been most popular like during the Lance Armstrong drug years, you know.
There was a 2017 game. I'm sure this series has been going on for a while.
It's so weird.
I think they were mostly PC games. That's why.
That's probably why. Because there's not exactly a big audience for cycling.
I can't find anything, but there was definitely one last year. So yeah, I got a code for that, so I decided to, like, I asked anyone in the Discord if they wanted to play it, and I think only Justin has a PlayStation 4 anyways, so he didn't respond, so I took it. And I've only played the practice mode. Like, I went to go, there's like a mode to create your own character, and like, you know how all the sports games do nowadays, where make your own guy, live the action.
Right.
And so I went to go do that. They're like, hang on, you might want to check out the tutorial first. I'm like, okay, fine, game, I'll check out your tutorial. And it looks all right. It doesn't look groundbreaking or anything graphically, so it's all right. It's on par.
This isn't golf.
There's like not a whole lot that I can really say about it, like, because I haven't played a lot of it. Just the tutorial mode. So like, I learned how to bike, like, you know, pedal. I learned how to draft behind other people to build up my speed and rest and all that. There's like 2 different drugs that you stick into your butt in order to get your energy back. Um, I'm not joking. He literally like takes like a needle out and stabs himself in the back or his ass. Like it's weird. Uh,
Fun fact.
what?
I live in Austin. I don't know if it's true anymore, but for the longest time, cyclists, partially because of Lance Armstrong, but cyclists from all over the world used to come to Austin to train because of how hilly Austin is. It would be like it'd be a great way to test your endurance. So I don't think that's true anymore because I don't think anybody gives a shit about the Tour de France unless you're like in France.
Yeah, I don't like. I've only ever come across Tour de France one time in my life, and I was listening to the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. He got someone on his podcast that did like a documentary trying to redo like one of the first Tour de France's, because like they used to be grueling, like test of metal, like test your manhood kind of challenge. So that's the only time I ever learned about Tour de France. The only thing I can really say about it is that I like the sense of speed it gives, especially when going downhill, because there's like there's a coasting button that you just hold down, and your player will just like go like 90 kilometers an hour or something, like almost highway speeds going down hills, and like the sense of speed I get from that is pretty good. But yeah, I actually need to play more of the game in order to give a real, like a non-rambling, like a coherent type of overview. But look forward to more of that. I'll probably have a video up. I have a feeling I might like it, but it's not going to be like groundbreaking or anything.
No, I mean that's all. I mean, not every game has to be groundbreaking. So
yeah, it might be like a fun game for me to just screw off with every now and then.
My dad would watch the Tour de France religiously, like every time when it was on.
Does he still watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, again, no American gives a shit anymore because Lance Armstrong retired and he was, the drug scandal. And I think even the guy who was his heir apparent, I don't remember that guy's name, but he was caught with a drug scandal too. So like, there's like no prominent Americans anymore because there's not a drug scandal with them anymore. So no, I don't think any American outside of like the hardcore cyclists care about it. I thought it already happened.
No, it's coming up like July 7th to the 13th or something. I see the ads all the time while watching WWE. So that's the only reason I know that it's actually happening soon.
It might be because you're in Canada and your connection to the Commonwealth.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, although shout outs to the cyclists for that, because like that is a long ass bike ride. Like you have to be super fit to like handle the turns, going up like that. That's a test of endurance.
The hills itself, like I used to just be like, man, fuck bike lists. Like who gives a shit about your shitty sport? But then I actually started to learn about it, and I was like, respect, man. Like you guys put up with a lot of crap. Like it's grueling. Like it used to be like even worse. It's crazy. So like yeah, cyclists, you guys are made of steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about. Oh, speaking of WWE, I started. So, I think last year I played WWE 2K18 for a little bit, and I was like, "Fuck this game," when I returned it. I bought it again.
God damn it, Thomas!
I bought it on my Xbox. It was like $40. You get everything. I'm like, sure, whatever.
Is it still janky as fuck?
It's still janky as fuck.
Oh my god.
Why do I keep giving them money? I don't know.
Yeah, I want to know why. It's
got the really bad models of like Seth Rollins and Nia Jax.
Isn't it crazy that the games from like a decade or 15 years ago models look way better than the models that they do now?
It's insane. It's insane. There's like a whole part in it where you create your character like every sports game, and there's a backstage part where you just walk around and look at all the other player models and see what they're doing. And it looks so bad. Like every single female wrestler looks like the worst character. Like they look like nightmare fuel.
Oh god.
It's really bad. Like there's no point in even just talking to them either. It's like, well, I hope you have a good match. You're a piece of shit, and then, like, that's it. And it's like nothing comes from it. You're supposed to get side missions, but it like never happens. I hate that game so much, but I play it and I'm an idiot. I have a problem.
You do. You play bad WWE games.
I like buy all these like games that have been critically acclaimed, and then like I play these shitty like sports games. Yeah, but I think that's all the games I've been playing. Yeah, we had a good discussion about Assassin's Creed. Ben, can you tell me where to find your stuff?
You can find me at twitter.com/marvelousiggy. If you look at the pinned tweet.
Hey, you said it right.
I know. I actually got to concentrate for about 5 minutes to say it because I was this close to saying pined again.
It sounded like you were really straining yourself with that one.
Yeah, a lot of that was emphasis. But yeah, twitter.com/marvelousiggy. If you hit the pinned tweet, you can see a ramble video I did on my potential game of the year, which is Celeste, a little indie darling that came out earlier this year. Available on everything. If you want to hear my thoughts on that, go watch that video. I'm at 10 views at the time of this, which for me, that's a huge fucking deal. You know, so yeah, if you haven't watched it at this point, do me a favor. Again, go to my Twitter, click the pinned tweet. Hit that, smash that like button, as the YouTubers say, and spread the word. I just do this for fun. I'm not getting money off of this, so I just want to share the love of Celeste. I am thinking of doing another Rambo video, but I haven't decided what game I want to talk about. I might just wait and do it on Octopath Traveler, but I also might want to do it on the 30th anniversary collection and give sort of more concrete thoughts on that. But we'll see how it goes. But if you're interested in either or, let me know. Tweet me, baby.
And you can follow me, your host Thomas, on Twitter. CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can also check us out at charshot.com, where all of our videos, podcasts, and written articles are. You can also email me, thomas@charshot.com. And hey Ben, guess what?
Yeah.
We've been nominated for a podcast award.
Yes, we have, ladies and gentlemen.
So if you want to give us your vote, just head on over to podcastawards.com and vote for us under games and hobbies. There's also another category for Adam Curry People's Choice Award. I just went on that site and submitted us for entry, and hey, we got nominated, so that's cool. So yeah, until then guys, enjoy your games. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Video Game News and News Show, hosted by your host Thomas, and
hello.
It's Ben.
I don't know. You were coming in like a fastball down the plate at 99 miles per hour. I was just like, I balked at that shit right there, man. I'm out.
For this show, I try to do like that fast intro kind of thing, because like I feel like it rolls off the tongue a lot better if I do it fast and like hard.
Yeah, you were channeling Barry Allen while he was in the Speed Force.
Yeah. So today we have video game news for you. You want to start off this week with another lawsuit?
I mean, I guess, because that's all video games are nowadays, are lawsuits and loot boxes. That's an excellent show title. If only we were talking about loot boxes.
So yeah, I botched it on not pulling up the right article at the right time. I am sorry, folks. I need to find the fucking article now.
Yay!
This is what happens when you try to find news sources at the last minute. God damn it. I had it here. Where'd it go? Do you... yeah, okay. So Bethesda is suing Warner Brothers for blatant ripoff of Fallout Shelter. So did you ever play Fallout Shelter?
No, nah, it just never interested me.
I was addicted to that game.
It seems like one of those could be good.
Yeah, like, so this was at a time when I was taking the bus a lot more. So I just had like a bunch of free time that I had nothing to do. Like if I didn't have a game, I had nothing. I had a lot of free time. And Fallout Shelter was like, I was waiting for the new Fallout game. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm downloading this, and then I just keep clicking. It's basically a clicker and a vault manager. And I actually had a lot of fun with it. I guess I don't know. I hear a lot of negativity about it for some reason. I guess it's just a lot of people were like really mad about loot boxes in that game. But I was like,
it's a free game.
It's a free game. I didn't bother with the loot boxes. They tried to push that on you, but I'm just like, fuck you. Well, it turns out that there was a Westworld game that had the same kind of gameplay to it, but you actually used the Fallout Shelter code in the game.
Wow.
And the reason, the way that they were able to discern that this was Fallout Shelter code was that there was a bug in the pre-release code for it, and in the Fallout Shelter game, that was actually in the Westworld game. And so like this specific bug, like this is something that we fixed before we launched it. Like we know this is we know this is ours. And apparently the same people who were making, like some of the people that made Fallout Shelter went to go work for Warner Brothers that made the Westworld game. I haven't played the Westworld game, so maybe I should download that and support a game company that steals code.
But it's Warner Brothers. They're gonna do something evil, regardless of whether you purchase this game or not. That's really shitty.
Yeah. I've never been huge into Westworld. Like I tried the first season, half of it wasn't for me. I bounced off, so it seems like everything Westworld is just not for me.
I just assumed it was about robots fucking. Isn't that what it's about? It's not about robots fucking. Your face is, that's what it's telling me. And that makes me not want to watch it.
I mean, there is a lot of robot nudity in it, if that's your thing.
Okay. That is my thing.
I mean, it's real people that look like, or there's robots that look like real people, rather. I don't know, man. Westworld's a mess. I don't know.
Yeah, I always hear confusing things about it.
Yeah. Nintendo Switch is... There's going to be a Nintendo Switch compatible headset that creates a 120-inch display. So, like, Ben, I don't know if you've had these before or if you ever experienced it, but some of the VR helmets that you used, it actually projects like a gigantic screen.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're sitting in like a movie theater.
Yeah, my dad's one had one like this that I tried.
So, yeah, Nintendo hasn't spoken much about the company's virtual reality plans for the Switch lately. It looks like the third-party manufacturer is taking matters into its own hands. Because they had that, I think it was a patent or something for something to fit onto your head. This could be that, or it could have been the robot, the robot cardboard thing. But either way, Japanese accessory manufacturer Sane recently showed off the iTheater. While not virtual reality headset in traditional sense, the wearable's built-in display is equivalent of looking at a 120-inch screen. Display features a resolution of 1200 by 800 pixels, a non-standard HD resolution that falls between 1080p and 720p. Hint, it's 800p. Since the Switch outputs content at 1080p when docked, 720p in handheld mode, this resolution is more than enough for Nintendo's home console portable hybrid device.
Well, I don't see a price listing for it.
It's coming out in Japan in September, 22,780 yen, which translates to 271 Canadian. I don't know about your American prices.
I'm not gonna try to do the math. I just noticed that this website's called mobilesyrup.com.
Yeah, I follow them because they're a Canadian website.
Okay, if the name doesn't give it away, I don't know what would. It's a great name for a website. We're a tech company. Really?
Yeah, they cover news and stuff for tech.
Yeah, but no VR for me. No. I don't care if it's on Nintendo or not. I can't do VR.
It makes you sick.
Yeah. I think I don't know if I told this story, but I actually got to try RE7 VR. One, I got scared, but two, like after like playing that game for like 30 minutes, I was like, my head was like I've talked about like how I get when I play FPSs, and that game's already an FPS, but like you put our VR on top of that, I was done for like the rest of the day. Like I was basically in bed, no, like, you know, looking down the pillow, trying not to, you know, see anything and just trying to sleep. I'm like, okay, I'm done. So.
That's a shame. So that translates to about, it says here $206 American, so it'll probably be 200 American for this device. That sounds like a little too much for this.
Yeah, I don't know how many Nintendo games will actually take advantage of being VR. Although playing Breath of the Wild,
it's not really VR. It's just like a projector, like a helmet that you put on that just fakes a projector.
Why not just? I mean, yeah, that seems weird. Just play in handheld mode.
But like the whole point of this is that you see it on a bigger screen. Like, there's a lot of games that don't take. So like the way the PlayStation VR works is that if it's not a VR game, it will just project it on like a gigantic screen in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I think RE7 does that actually.
Does it? That sounds weird.
I think so. It
sounds like it should. It sounds like it should be immersive and not like just a giant screen.
I think maybe I'm thinking of doing the DLCs that I saw. Like it looked like you were just watching a screen.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I would be super into a VR on Nintendo, but that's because I like VR. I think I'm a proponent of VR.
You're a VR trooper.
I am VR positive. Yeah. I just bought Rick and Morty, the VR game.
Oh yeah, that seems like
fun. Yeah. So let's see. Next is a Kotaku article. Sources: Google is planning a game platform that could take on the Xbox and PlayStation. So this is after here. Over the few months, the wildest rumors of video game industry circles haven't involved the PlayStation 5 or Xbox 2. The most interesting chatter has been entered on a tech company that's been quietly making moves to tackle video games in a big way. Google. Damn it, I haven't read this fucking article, but I think it has something to do with like streaming onto like Google Chrome. So what do you think about Google entering the four-way while I read this?
I think it's very interesting. I mean, just look at anything, even with, like whether it's any of the original three or the current three, rather. It all depends on what hardware. I don't like. I mean, if you're saying it's streaming, I don't like that idea because I mean, streaming games. I mean, if Sony has proved anything, it's like it's awful. It's going to depend on your connection, and that's not a good ideal way to play games, especially for a lot of people who maybe live in more rural areas. Now if they're coming out with like an extra box, like a console you buy, or like a little. Maybe for them it won't be a box. It'll be like, you know, a little USB drive or something that can plug into your TV, and then that downloads an app, and then that's your entertainment center. That could be interesting. It all depends on what the hardware specs are. Really, I think it's really interesting they're deciding to do this now. I mean, we've talked about before that Microsoft seems to be on the way out, even though they just had a great E3 this past year. But there's not a lot of exclusive stuff for them to play, so I could definitely see a future where Microsoft sort of bows out within the console race and they just do their own digital thing, and then Google could potentially take that third slot.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's a streaming thing. I don't see Microsoft bowing out of the like the set-top box / gaming industry anytime soon, because they just bought 5 companies, like game studios. They bought 5 game studios. They're not bowing out. They're going all in. But yeah, like it seems like gaming is going in the way of streaming, and I don't know if there's going to be any kind of pushback to it. There's probably going to be a lot of people going, because in America, internet caps are finally being introduced, and you guys are getting like generous internet caps like at 1 terabyte, which is crazy. Because here it used to be like I don't know, here's 10 gigs. I don't know, here's 50 gigs. Until we finally got an option to just pay like unlimited, which that costs an insane amount of money. But I need it in order for me to do this stuff and like download all my games and all that stuff.
Right, it's imperative to the business.
Yeah. Yeah, I live in a suburb, like a small town or something. I call it a small town because I used to live in the city, but it's a sizable town of a few 100,000 people, I think, maybe even a little bit less than that.
That's town population wise.
Yeah, so like I live in a rural area. I live next to the fucking forest. Like, what do you want? My internet speeds are all right. I don't know how it is in America.
It depends on where you go and your internet provider. Like if you apparently like I have Spectrum, I think. Which used to be Time Warner Cable. No, I have AT&T, but like the certain parts of America, you have Comcast, which is just like notorious for being complete shitholes about their internet.
Yeah.
So it all depends, just because especially now that net neutrality is dead.
Yeah, really, it happened while E3 was happening.
Yeah.
It's like
fuck the
It's
fuck
like
the Republicans.
Yeah, it's like while all the nerds are hanging out at E3, quick, let's get rid of net neutrality.
Yeah, so like that, it's only gonna get worse. But God, it all depends where you go. You're pretty much fucked if you live like a rural area. Even me, like I live in the city, but like my connection is awful, and by other people's standards, and I pay for pretty good internet too.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely gonna depend on how your internet connection is. The code name is Yeti, so I don't know. Like companies and their cute little code names. Apparently this was first reported by a website called The Information. That's a pretty good name for a website.
That is.
Google also took meetings at E3. They met with game devs at Game Developers Conference earlier this year. Company is looking to purchase game development studios entirely and not just have deals. So they might go all in on it. Yeah, it's going to be a streaming service.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, like I talked about my experience with PlayStation Now, and that was over Wi-Fi. I don't know what it's like over a lined-in connection, but the Wi-Fi that we have is usually pretty good. There's sometimes when I come home and it just doesn't work, so like I just turn on my mobile internet. That's another thing. I feel like more people are using Wi-Fi over lined-in internet, so Wi-Fi is just not there yet. I feel like we need to have like a major development in Wi-Fi and just like internet in general before this can be a real future.
Absolutely, yeah. If we're streaming, for at least streaming video games,
yeah,
for it to be like rewarding for the player, because there's just too much lag. And
yeah.
like there's some places where like you go, like you'll have godlike internet and it's not an issue. But for like schmups like you and me, we're gonna seeing a game run very slowly, and then we can press a button, and then because of the netcode or whatever, the gun doesn't shoot off, and then you're dead, and you have to redo a whole section all over again. That's not fun.
Or even fighting games where like that's frame by frame analysis like that you have to conjure up.
Yeah, fuck that. And fighting game netcodes, pretty much most of them are pretty much shit anyways.
Right?
This would be just like adding fuel to the fire. There's only two. The two fighting games that actually have good netcode are not Street Fighter, are Killer Instinct and Injustice. And
really?
They're both American-made games. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much every Japanese fighting game. Well, Tekken's all right.
Tekken's pretty good if you can get it to work.
Yeah, Tekken's all right. Street Fighter is passable, but it can be very bad. Dragon Ball is apparently horrible. Like, Dragon Ball is just like horrible netcode.
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah, it just makes you think like what kind of so if we so let's just say hypothetically we just move on with the streaming service, like that's the next gen thing, that's what everyone's doing now. There's no discs anymore. Like I feel like we're gonna probably see games that don't like fighting games and maybe first person shooter on like competitive games might not be as popular because like of the netcode and all that.
That could be. I mean, because then again, fighting game players put up with shit netcode now. You know, there's still a ton of people playing, but and like the hardcore, like the competitive, like the actual people who get paid, they don't play that shit online. They just play IRL, so that's not going to affect them.
Yeah.
But I do think it'll affect it'll definitely affect fighting games the most because fighting games are very niched. Granted, we've had a resurgence of great ones over the past 5 years, but they're still very niche when you compare it to overall the game's sales and critical acclaim.
Is it like it's like kind of just one audience that just goes to the next game to the next game to the next game?
Not necessarily that, but like the FGC is pretty much like we're all one big family, but we're not that big. We're not like the audience for say Street Fighter is significantly smaller than say the audience for like a Black Ops or Battlefield. It's significantly smaller because
really,
well, yeah, because and I truly believe this. You know, in Call of Duty or a Black Ops, in a Call of Duty or a Battlefield or a Star Wars Battlefront or whatever, you can blame everybody else for why you lost. You can take those L's, but like fighting games are hard because you're the reason why you lost. You have nobody else to blame.
You're the
yourself.
reason you suck.
So fighting games are inherently harder to play. You know, especially given mechanics and systems and stuff like that. So it's already only a certain amount of people will play. Like granted, like that'll in certain instances, like a game like Dragon Ball, that game will capture pretty much everybody's attention because it's Dragon Ball. Like everybody like between the ages of like 30, maybe 35, and like arguably like 20, you know, they grew up with that game. They grew up with that franchise. But for the most part, they don't sell like Street Fighter 5, obviously, because for a lot of reasons sold horribly. You know, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, like we were talking off show, sold horribly, or didn't sell at all. You know, like the highest selling games are like Injustice 2. Yeah, Injustice 2 I think is the highest one right now. But for the most part, it's like even then they'll sell a lot initially, and then like unlike a game like say Destiny or Black Ops, you'll have some casuals playing good like you know a couple months in until about the half year point where then it's just the good people. Within fighting games, that's when within a month, like within a month, that's whoever's outstanding is pretty much the people who are going to be playing this game forever. So like that's why I think that this whole streaming thing, like fighting games online will not succeed if the Wi-Fi is not good. No right-minded player would play a fighting game through streaming. You're just asking for trouble and pain and hurt.
Yeah, because like not only are you dealing with the online, you're dealing with actually trying to get the game going.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's already a problem.
Yeah.
F that noise.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting future coming, because I keep hearing like next console's 2 years from now, 2020, like that's the year. So we'll see.
Yeah, that scares the ever living shit out of me, because I feel like we just got started. I feel like didn't we just get started? Looks when the actual PS4 came out. Oh, that was 5 years ago.
It doesn't feel like 5 years ago.
No, it doesn't, because Sony hasn't put out virtually. Well, they put out some stuff, but they haven't put out nearly as many stuff as they did in between the 5 years of the PS3 and the first 5 years of the PS4. I firmly believe that. In terms of exclusive stuff.
Yeah, like the other ones the last gen just stayed around so much longer. That's all. Like I think that was like nearly 10 years. Like it was like 8 years, something like that. So yeah, like, it was 2020. That would be 7 years. So.
I'm gonna get a PS4 just in time for the PS5 to be announced.
I'm gonna be
That's
30
fine.
when PS5 and Xbox 2 come out.
Same here. I'll just buy PS4. I'll take in those traded in PS4s. I'll take one because there's still a lot of good games for the PS4.
Yeah, like there's a lot of the gaming community likes to be like up on the next thing, but there's always a thriving like last gen community. Just because,
Oh yeah.
just because like things get cheaper, people with not as much money can finally get in on it. Like gaming's a very expensive hobby, but like if you go for older stuff, it's not as bad.
Yeah, because I bought a PS3. Came out in 2006, right? I bought a PS3 4 years into its life cycle, and I got it for like $200 to $250, like a 500 gigabyte console.
Yeah, I just got my Xbox like and my PlayStation 4 a year or two ago. So, yeah. Let's see. Speaking about next generation stuff, Sonic. Sonic the Next Generation, new video game. No, I'm kidding. Sonic the Hedgehog movie is coming along, and Jim Carrey has been casted as. Can you guess? I mean, I guess you already saw the news story.
Yeah, I already know. I was waiting. Am I gonna do the Jim Carrey line? Alrighty then, Sonic, let's go. Yeah, he's Eggman.
Yeah, he's Eggman. What do you think about that?
I couldn't think of a better actor.
I don't know, man.
Look. If Eggman,
I'd rather have Jack Black, just because he's
Jack Black could have been a great Eggman, but if you like, God, I really wish I could tell 7-year-old me, who loves Sonic 3 and loved Batman and Robin, and like, hey man, when you're 29 years old, they're gonna make a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Paul Rudd's gonna be in it, and you're gonna get that guy, the Riddler, as Dr. Robotnik, because he wasn't called Eggman yet. I want to see this fucking movie for how bad it's gonna be, because I can't believe it'll be good. I can't. We don't even know who's voicing Sonic, because all I know is that James Marsden's in it, and he's playing a cop who befriends Sonic, and now we have a live-action Eggman.
Okay, I'm gonna see if they've confirmed anyone else, because they had like the short list of people that they wanted to play it, but there was nothing confirmed for Sonic. I can't remember who it was that they had on the short list. It was some stupid thing. It was like, I think Mark Wahlberg was probably one of them, because he's
God, no.
Everything. I think like there was someone
fast, okay? We're gonna get the ring. We're gonna defeat Eggman, okay? It's gonna be.
I think like Chris Pratt was one of them or something. Like, I don't know. I'm just making this shit up as I go.
You know, I could see Chris Pratt.
Like, I could just make up like random stuff, like random actors. Be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik, confirmed.
I think he'll do fine, because he used to do the great over-the-top characters.
He's not as stocky as enough. You think he'll put on the weight for it?
They'll probably get him in a fat suit.
I don't want to see Jim Carrey in a fat suit. He's above that.
I mean, it's Robotnik. He's called Eggman, though. Maybe, okay, compromise. Not a fat suit, an egg suit. There you go.
I don't know. I don't
Look, this movie's gonna be bad, and we're all gonna be there to watch it, to watch this train wreck.
If you put it like that, then I guess so.
But it will never top Sonic 06, where they made Sonic go full furry. It will never top that moment.
It's gonna be live action CGI.
That's so weird. It should have just been a cartoon movie. That's the weirdest part. That's gonna be live action.
I can't. I think we might have actually talked about this topic before, but I can't imagine a movie, like I can't picture a movie that was successful live action and animation, other than like the prime example of Space Jam.
Yeah, even that movie's not technically great. It's not bad, but it's not great.
Okay, I wasn't being serious with Space Jam. I was thinking of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's actually good though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only good one. I mean, who knows? Maybe Sonic will actually. Maybe the Sonic the Hedgehog movie will actually be good, and like, you know,
No.
it'll be 1991 all over
No.
again, like we all want it to be, and Bill Clinton's the president.
I refuse your optimism on Sonic movie.
Look, I'm not optimistic. I'm fully prepared for this movie to be like a hot bag of garbage, hot garbage bag. But there's that little Sonic fan in me who's been playing it since the game since 1995 that wants me to enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog movie that I never got as a kid. I will be wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog T-shirt when this movie comes out.
You're gonna wear the hoodie with the ears?
Not the hoodie, just the T-shirt, just a T-shirt. I'll actually probably try to buy a Knuckles T-shirt because I don't think Knuckles is in this movie, and he should be because he's the best character.
I hope my sigh came over the microphone.
I saw it and it pains me. We're gonna do a watch long. We're gonna have to do a watch long of this. You know that, right? Whenever it comes out on Blu-ray.
Hey, I'm all for that. I'll be drunk. I don't give a shit.
Actually, the movie, considering I don't think this movie's gonna do that great, we could do like a live watch along at each of our movie theaters because there's gonna be like nobody there except for like sad nerds.
We'll just like FaceTime from like the theater.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We're getting so much legal trouble, but it'll be worth it.
Ah, look at this shit. Look at what they're doing with Sonic. He's in the real world. He's faster than the car.
Oh my god.
Alright. PT remake or PT PC remake is playable. So PT was the playable teaser on PlayStation 4 that you could download for a limited time before they took it off the store. It was supposed to be the prequel to, or the upcoming, or it was a teaser to Silent Hills, starring Norman Reedus, and developed by Kojima with Del Toro. It's crazy that Kojima and Norman Reedus are just like, well, can't do Silent Hills. Guess we'll do this other thing. It's crazy. Yeah, but PT, it looks like it's back on the PC. They released the first build of a planned full remake of the game for Windows PC. Even if in alpha state, PT for PC looks dang pretty and scary, very scary. Also, note, this is editorializing. In the very beginning, a random shot. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, it looks like they're getting this available on Game Jolt. I haven't been to Game Jolt in a while. I used to go there just to like play random stuff that people would just make in their spare time. It's like an itch.io almost.
Yeah, I just don't see why. Like, I kind of feel like why at this point.
I feel like it's for preservation.
That could be right. I'm an asshole. Never mind.
Well, I never got to play PT, so
Okay.
like.
You didn't see any videos on it, have you?
Yeah, I've seen the videos and stuff,
Okay.
but like, I don't know. I like video game preservation. It's sad that it's like basically gone forever, and this is bringing it back.
Yeah, whoever's PS4 still have those games downloaded on there. They're gonna be put in a museum.
They used to they try to sell those on like eBay for like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, when you couldn't even access them because you didn't have the account information. So suck it, losers. Paid $1,000 for PS4. How do you feel?
Speaking of suck it losers, Nintendo and Microsoft are continuing their friendship with the Minecraft-style 2DS. I kind of just put the story in because I don't think... Did we talk about Microsoft and Nintendo being friendly?
Oh yeah, because of the whole Fortnite debacle.
Did we talk about that? Or
I don't think so. I don't remember us talking about it last week.
Okay. Yeah, because there was that whole debacle with... like PlayStation wouldn't allow people to play Fortnite with other people.
You can't basically access your account if you played on Switch. You can't sign in with that Fortnite account because it's tied to your PS4, which sucks because that's a lot of stuff that people have accumulated since that game went free to play.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have done that with Justin before the 4th of July and all the crazy antics and scheduling that we had to do. So, anyways, I just want to mention that Nintendo and Microsoft are still being buddies. Like, it's crazy. I guess like since Nintendo's sold maybe 2 million Switches so far in the first year, which is, I don't know, it's a good number. like sold through. So they're still new and growing, and like having Microsoft to try and back them up and like push their sales even further with all this cross-branded stuff. It's smart marketing. Who knows? Maybe you'll get, like, you're already getting with Minecraft Xbox achievements. So like, who knows? Maybe Microsoft will just be like, I notice all your other games don't have achievements. You want Microsoft achievements?
No, I don't want achievements anywhere near my Nintendo games.
I like achievements though.
I used to like getting trophies when I played on my PS3, but it's just like, nah, I don't care anymore.
Like whenever a trophy goes off while I'm in PlayStation VR, there'll be like a symbol of a trophy that pops up, but it won't tell you what that trophy is. And it's so
what did
annoying.
I do? What did I do?
Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, sometimes it'll be obvious. Like, if I throw something in a trash can, it's like, hey, you got an achievement. Like, I guess I got an achievement for doing that. But it's not like, it's not fulfilling because you don't. It doesn't tell you what you did. Yeah. I would like to see achievements on my Switch. How about we just get Xbox to give them a working online system that isn't bullshit. I'd be down for that. Would you be down for, speaking of being down for things, would you be down for a Shenmue and Shenmue 2 re-release?
I wish they announced the PC version so I can replay my Dreamcast days.
So Shenmue and Shenmue 2 are being re-released this August. Man. It's coming to PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One on August 21st. So there you go.
I mean, I am looking forward to people bitching on how mechanically dated Shenmue 1 is. I am looking forward to that.
I am very much looking forward to people playing it and going, "Wait, I thought this was a good game."
Yeah, and I'll be that asshole in every Twitter thread. It was in 1999 or 8.
And then I'll be that asshole be going, "No, it wasn't that. It wasn't back then."
It was good. No, you are not going to rewrite history. Shenmue is revolutionary. Damn it. There's a reason why the game became such a cult hit.
Hey, you know what other game has a day-night cycle? Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, but QuickTime events and a cool overworld.
The game that plagued every single game with QuickTime events.
That's not its fault. That's the game industry fucking getting trends and burying into the ground.
Man, I used to defend QuickTime events. Like, oh no, it's fun. It's like you're doing this thing while a cinematic is happening. But now, like, now that we're past that, I'm like, thank Christ, I don't have to do QuickTime events anymore.
The only time I ever liked QuickTime events was there in Resident Evil 4 because they were cool.
I don't going back in time and having to deal with that. I'm like, no, I don't. Don't
play. It's so weird to. And my dad got God of War, and I went over to his place to play it. It's so weird to not get QuickTime events. That's the weirdest part of that game, outside of the comment being on the shoulder buttons.
Yeah, I'm done with QuickTime.
Experience an awesomeness part of Sega that you may have missed out, kiddies. Play Shenmue 1 and 2. Buy it and get ready for Shenmue 3.
Just play the superior version, which is just the Yakuza games.
That too. Just give money to Sega so they can actually fucking produce more games and give me Virtua Fighter 6.
I think, oh man, I don't remember if it's Virtua Fighter 6 or 5 that's just straight up in the Yakuza 6 game.
I think it has to be 5 because their 6 isn't a thing.
Okay. So yeah, like 5 is just in there. It's crazy. I don't think there's any news left that we actually care about. Fallout 6 or 76's Country Roads is now on iTunes. You buy it, it gives benefits to charity. If you like that song, go ahead, spend $1. Support charity. Do you like... Ben, Do you like the song Country
Yeah.
Roads?
No, I don't.
No? I have a history with this song. I don't know if I've said it on here already, but my sister. Well, I hate country. First off, I can't stand country music. I could listen to everything but country. But my sister would just non-stop play that song, and it was like from an anime or something. So she was like addicted to the song, and just play it over and over and over. And I'd be like, I hate this song so much. But now that she doesn't do that anymore, I'm like, oh yeah, this song, it's all right. Do you have a history with this song?
I don't.
No, you just don't like it.
No.
It's just like it was like infecting my brain. It was like one of those earworms where it's just in there and stays in there for multiple months, and it's just giving me horror flashbacks. So, congrats if you like Country Roads. I don't know. Season 5 Fortnite reveal. I don't know. You're not interested in season 5.
No, I mean, I'll just see it whenever it shows up on the screen.
July 12th, 4 a.m.
Okay.
Eastern. There you go. I get these small pieces of news in case we don't actually need anything, and it's like very specific to like you and like my interests. There was like a huge Destiny dump that happened. I'm not gonna go over it. I'll put a link in the show notes in case you want to go over it, listeners. But it goes over how there's gonna be the new collections and how they work. This is kind of something that I've been wanting, and I know my dad's been wanting for a while, is just to have collections so we don't have to, so we can see like our full sets of armor and see what we have and what other armor that we're missing to go after. It's part of the fun, is collecting all the armor and guns. And with that, that will close the show. Ben, thank you for joining me and enduring my weirdness. Where can the people find your stuff?
Twitter.com/MarvelousIggy, where you may or may not see a retweet of Anime Lewd. So if you're not into that, maybe don't follow me. If you click the pinned tweets, you can look at a video that I did on Celeste.
You mean the Pine tweet?
No, fuck you. I pronounced it right this time. I will not have this. You can check the pinned tweet on my Twitter and at twitter.com/MarvelousIggy, where I talk about Celeste and why it's my game of the year. Non-spoiler, by the way, so if you're worried about that, because it's a game that doesn't deserve to be spoiled, go watch that. Other than that, anime titties forever.
So, I actually have this fear. I don't know if I wanted to say this on here, but I'm going to do it anyways. Now that I have, like, connected devices in my home, like my Alexa and my Google, I'm worried about having, like, when I'm watching porn, that it'll just, like, randomly stream out to one of my devices, and, like, the actual audio will start playing. This is, like, a legit fear I have. So I'm, like, I'm like, contemplating on disconnecting them for now.
Wow.
Yeah. I wonder if people out there have the same kind of sentiment or not. Leave a comment down below if you do.
Please do so. I'm curious with the results.
You can find me, your host, Thomas, on Twitter, CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can also find me here at charshot.com, where all of our audio, video, and written content lives. You can also email me personally, thomas@charshot.com. And also, we are nominated for a podcast award somehow. Yay! You can vote for us at podcastawards.com under Games and Hobbies, and also the People's Choice Award. Ben, do you have anything left to say for the people out there?
No.
Okay, we'll end it there. Good night, everybody, and I hope you enjoy your games. Good night. Stop that. Hour and 30.
That's not bad.